Yeah. This is crazy. It's crazy out there. I'm telling you what, it's crazy out there, and it's crazy in the skies. We'll talk some UFO stuff a little bit later because some interesting stuff. There is Burchett and them are talking about the 46 videos we haven't seen, including the underwater one. But these other videos are so clear that it's eye-opening. And the underwater one is a part of that, which you and I have talked about, how crazy that is.
That thing is very interesting.
Yeah, so we'll talk a little bit about that. We got obviously more on the hantavirus and that plane thing in Denver. The dude got on the...
Yeah, what is... He acted like he didn't even know what was coming from what I've seen.
Well, if there was enough of them, I think they could do an autopsy to find out if he was on anything.
Dude, did he go through the engine?
He went through the engine.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, he's just gone. The pilot said there are limbs all over. Barely limbs. But you watch him walk out there.
Yeah.
It's like going to a Cuisinart.
Yes.
He's
It's like, you know what?
along.
He probably got high. Closest thing to a wood chipper.
Closest thing to a wood chipper would be the engine of a 7.
The engine of a massive. And we were Bell and I were talking about that guy that ran around the plane. Was it last year? Was being chased, and then he got too close to the engine, got sucked up.
Yeah, the security was already after him, and they were about to get him. And he ran. He takes a detour around the right engine, so he doesn't get too close. Then he goes under the plane, gets too close to the left engine, and just gets sucked right in.
Oh, that's awful. By the way, Ken, I just got something from just Cuisinart, absolutely just tomato soup. 3046 sent me some Williamson County students, family, and staff. It was a swatting prank phone calls.
Ah, okay.
That's what they're saying, swatting. And this was sent out to all the, from Page High School to all the families, Williamson County students, family, and staff, that it's a type of prank, if you don't know what it is, made usually out of state, causing fear, provoking law enforcement. And we've seen that a lot, mostly with stars, where they get swatted and somebody kicks in your door and the SWAT runs in because you think you're getting ready to kill somebody or like that, and you're just sitting there watching TV, and the next thing you know, you're on the ground, the cops are beating you up, there's all kinds of stuff happening, and it's not true, but that's what they're saying this is.
Yeah.
So, just...
And I hate reporting on things like this because, some crackpot out there is going to hear it and say, yeah, man, let's do that.
Yes.
But you got to report it in this day and
Absolutely.
age. And they have to, and law enforcement has to respond the way they do.
Because the one time they don't.
Right.
It's, I always tell everybody, the boy cried wolf, but eventually the wolf showed up.
Yep.
So you got to make sure that you're not in that position where you decide not to go and the wolf shows up.
Yes, sir.
All right, coming up, we'll talk a little bit about that craziness, what happened in Denver the other day, but there's also bigger questions to be asked about that airport, among other airports that are out there. Yeah, we're going to talk a little Iran as well, more on the hantavirus, redistricting, you name it. It's all happening today. Chad Ben Show, Super Talk 997. Oh, kids, Relief Factor is awesome. So I haven't played golf. I was telling Belle, I haven't went out and played golf since July of last year when my son was here. And I went out with Keith this week and my buddy over there at Contours, and he said, hey, come out and play. So I went out and played. Appreciate it. It was awesome. I had a few swings. Out I went. I thought, man, I'm going to feel so bad. Walked about 20,000 steps, got home, took my Relief Factor, woke up the next day, felt great, nothing wrong. I thought I'd be in a lot of trouble. No, why? Relief Factor works. It's naturally formulated. If you're worried about aches and pains in your body, you're worried about those things, that inflammation, in particular with the food we eat, let me tell you something. Relief Factor is going to help you in a major way. I take it every single day. It works, and it works big time. So no matter if you're just trying to get your life back, getting away from those horrible aches and pains because of inflammation in your body, or if maybe, just maybe, you're working out a little bit more and you want to make sure you keep going, Relief Factor's got you covered. Get a 3-week quick start now Go to relieffactor.com, relieffactor.com, or call 800-4RELIEF, 800 the number 4RELIEF for Relief Factor.
Swatting calls and bomb threats putting a lot of schools on lockdown here in Tennessee today. We've got the very latest coming up for you, 12:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
So the dude who walked in front of if you guys didn't see it, don't look at it. There is a video, but it's kind of grainy. It's kind of like the UFO videos. Obviously, it's from some sort of security camera, and he walks out onto the runway at Denver, one of the busiest airports, and gets sucked up into Frontier. And it's Frontier. So the week before Spirit disappears, and then Frontier. And you could hear the pilot was devastated, right? Because he didn't know. He saw.
It wasn't his fault.
No, it wasn't his fault. That guy obviously wanted to die.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I can think of. He was, and that's the way to go. We don't really know much more than that. He decided that was what he was going to do. But the bigger question outside of that is, didn't seem to be a lot of people trying to stop him get over the fence.
No.
How'd
he get in there?
Just wandered over the fence. And they've been warned. There's some 30 airports where getting onto the tarmac, it isn't hard.
Well, and that particular airport's the size of Manhattan.
Yeah, it is. It is like 37 miles of fence. But a lot of places, I mean, you drive around airports, it doesn't matter where you are. It's not that hard if you really want to try to get over, because it's not, they may have cameras, but if your goal is to try to get onto the runway, hopping over a fence, cutting through a fence, especially at night, and running onto the runway, it's probably not that hard. I've always said, everybody's always worried about what? Oh, who's going to be on the airplane?
Yeah.
I worry about what's underneath the airplane, like who's working there, and stuff like this. I mean, dude, it wasn't hard. And he wasn't even running. It wasn't one of those things where he was being chased. It was none of that. And you're like, this is not the first time that people have gotten on, but this is also a situation where they have also been warned on a few occasions. You got to start figuring out how to better protect yourself, because you have 37 miles of fence, and it's not like you have a patrol every 10 feet. You don't. And this guy, I mean, I'm assuming it wasn't some guy that, was blind and crossed a fence. I'm assuming it was a person who wanted to end his life because he wandered into the air, just right on to the tarmac and gone. And those people are filming too. Did you see the people filming outside? Just, like, I'm getting ready to take off. And then you just see the engine just light up. And you're like, oh, geez. Frontier. It's just, again, it wasn't that guy's fault. But he was.
Well, it wasn't even Frontier's fault either.
No,
it was,
no.
The security.
Or lack of.
The security team for Denver is going to be the ones who have to explain themselves.
Yeah. But it is.
Denver Airport.
Yeah, just a weird situation. But I have to think if it's not drugs, it's got to be suicidal.
Maybe he had been smoking pot and couldn't find a wood chipper.
It's maybe, or it was a guy who was just over life.
Yeah, because that's a pretty fast way to go.
Yeah, if you're gonna do, it's gross, but there's no turning back. There's no halfway down, jumping off a bridge and you're heading towards the water going, I don't know if this is a good idea.
Yeah.
Right? There's none of that. There's no when you get sucked up, oh no, there's no coming back. You're not Superman. And boom, just an awful situation. But goes back to the question over and over again about, we could sit here and talk about all of the stuff with TSA, this, that, and the other. But what's going on once they get past there, especially outside of the airport on the grounds, which that's important, no doubt. All right, coming up, Iran, what will we do? What won't we do? What could we do? Did you see Bibi on 60 Minutes last night? Yeah, it's, I know what people are going to say about me. So on that, just saying, not a fan of Bibi Netanyahu. Put it out there. Israel, I love Israel. Got no problem with the Jews. But if you say anything about, no, I'm going to say it. He's still a huge part of this negotiation. Let's just put it that way. Talk about that, the hantavirus, a bunch of other stuff straight ahead. Chad Bench, Super Talk 99.7.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Several Tennessee schools were placed on lockdown today following a wave of bomb threats reported across the state. Schools affected include Franklin and Page High Schools in Williamson County, along with Smyrna, Laverne, and Holloway High Schools in Rutherford County, Antioch High School, Northwest High School in Clarksville. Authorities say the threats appear to be hoaxes or swatting calls, but each report is being fully investigated. No injuries or suspicious devices have been found so far. President Trump says that latest peace offer from Iran is unacceptable and says the ceasefire's on life support.
I would say the ceasefire is on massive life support, where the doctor walks in and says, sir, your loved one has approximately a 1% chance of living.
President apparently says that he is going to move to suspend the federal gasoline tax, but he cannot do it on his own. That, according to the Associated Press. Meanwhile, more than a dozen Americans who were on board the cruise ship at the center of the hantavirus outbreak are back in the U.S. Health officials with the CDC, Health and Human Services, say 16 passengers are in Nebraska, 2 are in Atlanta. The American who tested positive is in a biocontainment unit at the University of Nebraska. The rest who are in Nebraska haven't shown symptoms so far. The 2 who are in Atlanta, health officials say, will be at Emory University, and one of them is showing symptoms. New polling indicates young people are less hopeful about their job prospects. Here's ABC's Mike Dubusky.
Young people are less optimistic about finding a job than older Americans are, according to a new Gallup poll. 43% of those surveyed between the ages of 18 and 34 say it's a good time to find a job. That marks a 27% decline from 2023, similar to feelings expressed in the lead up to the financial crisis of 2009. When researchers asked those over 55, 64% reported optimism about the job market. Mike Dubusky, ABC News.
That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
USS, ready to help you get ready for what could be another wet part of the year, obviously. You don't want bad things to go from really bad to way worse. USS is there to help you with that. Right now, if you're thinking, are you ready for this? 24 months, no interest, no financing options. So this is good through the end of June. So if you're worried about foundation, they got you covered. If you're worried about those cracks, you've got water sitting somewhere, and maybe over time they start to turn to wood rot, starts to turn to mold, they've got you covered. The first thing you need to do is make a call to USS. United Structural Systems has been around since 1994. They're ready to help you. They're ready to give you what you need by coming out and give you the best inspection. They're not going to charge you anything, and they're not going to sell you anything you don't need. They understand the soil, they understand the weather, and they understand Tennessee Homes. This is what they do. Call USS, get them to come out, take a look, and take advantage of the 24 months, no interest financing options right now, good through the end of June. Call USS today at 615-488-7855, 615-488-7855, online at USSTM.com. Get peace of mind now and pay later. The fear. Will the hantavirus get us? Can they escape? How dangerous is it, Dr. Brenda Jackson?
Typically, we're talking about exposure specifically to bodily fluids, and then that could include things like saliva. So if you're sharing eating utensils, kissing, touching, those type of things.
No.
It can also mean just being really, really close to that person for a fairly long period of time. So
No.
we're calling that 6 feet for at least a cumulative number of 15 minutes.
Yeah, no, we're fine. We're fine. Nothing to worry about. Even the president's speaking about it, because it's what you got to do.
They gave us all wrong information. On COVID, they were totally wrong. And I looked today and I saw the same doctor that was there. He's a good politician. I don't know how the hell he kept his job, but he was there telling us about this.
Yeah, there he was again, telling about us. 6 feet. You're not going to get it, okay? Not going to get it. These people are in close contact with each other and very close contact with each other. You're fine. Bell may get it, not us.
Why am I susceptible?
Because you kind of get everything. It's kind of the funny thing about you. I used to work with a guy, Joe, got everything.
No, he was a hypochondriac.
No. Larry was a hypochondriac. Joe caught everything.
Really?
Yeah, he got Bell's palsy.
Good.
I do not have my own
He
palsy.
got the thing where he just irritable bowel syndrome, everything. Just he caught it all.
Crohn's disease.
Crohn's disease, you name it, he got it all. Right? Just any cat scratch fever, all of it.
Well, I could get that.
You could, but not deer poop fever from the Andes. Well, if they didn't get it from the bird watching folks, who did they get it from?
Chinese spies that smuggled it in.
Oh,
It wasn't the bird watchers.
no. Whoo! Guys, just think we can go back out and start bird watching again. I didn't know it was so dangerous. So thank goodness. A lot of you guys are saying, and then Bell is, of course, feeding into it, Denver Airport has this underground kind of, they have a small facility that has turned out to be like, this is where all of the lizard people
It's where
live.
the Illuminati
are.
live.
Yeah. And Bell is, of course, playing into those Illuminati things.
Yeah, I mean, it's people have known this since they built it. It's been there something like 35, 40 years now.
I've been underground there.
And you saw the lizard people, didn't you?
It's neat, though. Whole thing's neat, but it's not as cool as you think it's going to be. It's not. It's not. So, but maybe the Illuminati's going to be there when this thing breaks out. This evilness that is the hantavirus, the Andes version. Well, if it's not the bird people, how can it be the Andes version? That's what I want to know, people. Meanwhile, last night, 60 Minutes, Bibi Netanyahu doing Bibi things, talking about the war, how close we are to finishing this thing.
I think it accomplished a great deal, but it's not over because there's still nuclear material, enriched uranium that has to be taken out of Iran. There's still enrichment sites that have to be dismantled. There's still proxies that Iran supports. There are ballistic missiles that they still want to produce. Now, we've degraded a lot of it, but all of that is still there, and there's work to be done.
Work to be done. Okay. So how do we go about doing this, Bibi? How do we go in there and get this? Are you talking boots on the ground? Right? Because nobody wants boots on the ground. Nobody does. The cost of human life? No, thank you.
Well, he doesn't want boots on the ground either. That's why he wants us to go in.
Yeah, that's right. He doesn't want his boots on the ground. Oh, yeah.
How do you envision the highly enriched uranium will be removed from Iran?
You go in and you take it out.
With what? Special forces from Israel? Special forces from the United States?
I like how he said, you go in. No, you go in. You do. Not us, you.
Well, I'm not going to talk about military means, but what President Trump has said to me, I want to go in there.
Maybe not.
I think he doesn't want to go in there. I don't think he does. By the way, that's a mistake. That's not a here today, gone tomorrow. I mean, Trump said like 2 weeks ago, I don't care about that nuclear material. It's buried so far down there, they can never get it. We're fine.
How do you envision?
I envision you going in there and getting it.
If you have an agreement and you go in and you take it out, why not? That's the best way.
What if there isn't an agreement? Can it be taken out by force?
Well, you're going to ask me these questions. I'm going to dodge them because I'm not going to talk about our military possibilities, plans, or anything of the kind.
And I'm just trying to get at how long is it going to take to achieve that aim?
I'm not going to give a timetable to it, but I'm going to say that's a terrifically important mission.
Yeah. He also went on to say, we need to really break our reliance on the U.S. and the military. Damn Skippy. We do. 100%. But no, if you want to go in there, you should go in there. If you guys want to do it that bad, we don't need to do it. We don't. And we don't need to spend any more money that we don't have at all. We don't need to do any of those things. We're at this point, there's only bad options.
How many people have died already since this started of our?
I think we've lost 13 of our, and then as far as them, I have no idea. And then you got to count what's going on in Lebanon. right?
No, I just meant how many of our
I think it's
military.
13. Right? And then some of them were injured because that was the other thing. Remember, it was like, oh, small damage. And then we found out there was all kinds of damage done. And there's some that were hurt in a major way that they didn't really let on to. And I'm like, okay, I get some of that. But again, why are we here? Well, they could get they're not getting a nuclear weapon. They're not going to get a nuclear weapon. I would if I was them now, 100%. Wouldn't you? If you were running that country, like, we got to get a nuclear weapon. If they leave that little fat guy with a bad haircut alone, imagine what we could do. They leave that guy alone all the time, and he's an idiot. He stripped his uncle naked and threw him to dogs to be eaten. That's how he treats family, and they think we're wackadoos. So, yeah, there's no reason for us to be there. No more money spent.
He had his other uncle executed using
That was all.
anti-aircraft guns.
You got to ask yourself, would you rather be blown up by an anti-aircraft gun, or would you rather be torn apart by 112 starving dogs, naked?
Gun.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Quick and easy.
Military Times says as of May the 6th, 13 U.S. military personnel had died during Operation Epic Fury, more than 380 wounded.
That's not nothing, right?
No, it's everything to the families that those people had.
But it's not like, to make it seem like we haven't been affected by this outside of price, which all of us hate, right? We don't want to see this go up, would be lying. But it's out of sight, out of mind, kind of. And the 380 is a lot more than a few. So Bob says, Chad, why do we have the military if we're not willing to use them? Well, we don't need to use them. Our military is for our protection. We don't need to step up and go take on every bad thing that's out there.
And using the military is a very high responsibility of the president. You don't just take people and throw them into the meat grinder because you felt like it was something worth going after when for 47 years they've been talking the same smack.
Same thing. Always 2 weeks, always 2 weeks, always a month, always ready to break out at any given time. Always, 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 always. Well, what happens? Where's our off-ramp in this situation? Where are we willing to send in everything we've got? Is everybody ready for that?
You know, Memorial Day is on the 25th.
Yeah.
And the best way to honor the fallen veterans that we have is stop making more of them.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Chad, who is the commander-in-chief of the military, Chad? Who elected the commander-in-chief? So we can't say that we think this is a bad idea? Because it's a bad idea. And by the way, who is the commander-in-chief in this? I think Bibi was more a commander-in-chief in forcing his hand and our hand to go and do this. And now we're in it. And it's costing us. And it's going to continue to cost us. And if you are, if you're sitting there and you're looking at the midterms, right? Because remember, it's the 3 M's that they're worried about. Military. They feel that they can hold out a little while longer. And based on our intelligence, right? Not intelligence that's made up. Our intelligence says, oh, they can go a while. And we probably didn't destroy a lot of what they have. They're playing the market, hoping to slow things down and hurt the market. And they're also hoping that midterms will change stuff. But we picked a fight that we didn't need to pick after bombing them to, just out of we destroyed everything they had, but we didn't. And do you want to send men and women into what potentially could be a hornet's nest? I don't think you do. No. Why should we? Because Israel wants it? Iran Iran would have got something. They would have. Why is it that everybody's worried about Iran? Israel's got God knows how many nuclear weapons, but we're not allowed to inspect those. And they didn't sign any of the proliferation agreements. So they're not a signator on that. So they don't have to let us in or tell anybody. No, I don't think we should be doing this. That's just me. Some of you out there think, you go 47 years. I mean, come up with something better. Because everybody can go back far enough if they want to and say, well, what about 1953 when we overthrew their duly elected person and put a person in who then tortured the people, but he let people wear miniskirts, so it was okay. So there's a lot to be done here, but do we need to be in this? And if the likes of, they could have reached Europe, well, let Europe deal with that. Right? I mean, the UK and France didn't seem to be too bothered by this, and neither did a lot of other places in Europe. So we'll see. We will see. Each and every day, we do something amazing. We have a guy here. His name's Belkay. You guys don't know him very well because he doesn't have a head, but he probably has a hantavirus as well. So we figured out. He does sports, and nobody does sports like Bell. So, Bell, did you forget you had to do sports?
No.
Okay, so I want to make sure. I can't wait to find out what sport he is not going to know anything about next.
Who won over the weekend?
Who won in shooty hoops or stickball?
Stickball.
Who won those things? We will discuss that among other things straight ahead. Chad Bencho, Super Talk 99.7. Omaha Steaks, baby. Right now, the Burger Perfection Pack is on sale. We had some burgers this weekend from my wife. Barbecued a little bit. It was delicious. So this is what you're going to get. It's $99.99. You're going to save $35 when you use my code Benson at checkout at omahasteaks.com. Pure ground filet mignon, New York strip, ribeye, brisket, sirloin. You're getting 4 each, so that's 20. They're going to throw an extra 8 smash burgers, Wagyu smash burgers in as well. We're talking about the best, all right? These burgers, a unami-packed flavor profile. We got a lot of butter in there to go with the Wagyu flavor. It is amazing. Again, $99.99, 100% unconditional money-back guarantee since 1917. It's grilling season, kids. Now is your time to take advantage of this Burger Perfection Pack.
Not to interrupt, but those burgers you gave me from Omaha Steaks, oh, my God. Amazing.
Amazing. Incredible. That's what I'm talking about, people. So you can go out and buy some other stuff, or you can get 100% unconditional, yummy in your tummy, money-back guarantee with Omaha Steaks. Prepare for grilling season. Do it right with Omaha Steaks. $99.99. Go to omahasteaks.com. Get the Omaha Burger Perfection Pack. 8 free Wagyu smash burgers and $35 off on top of that when you use my code Benson at checkout. omahasteaks.com. Code Benson. See site for detailed terms may apply.
Multiple school districts across Tennessee responding today after bomb threats and swatting calls. We'll get you the very latest coming up at 1 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Weekend was full of sports and frivolity. That's why we go to the one and only Emmy-winning Not So Bob Costas.
Now it's time for Sports with Bell. When you need to know sports information, you turn to the guy who calls basketball shooty hoops. Let's talk some sports with Bell.
So many people ask me, does Bell really know nothing about this? He knows nothing about sports. He knows a little bit.
I did find one I'm really into now. I think this is gonna be my thing.
All right.
It's in Brockworth, England.
Okay.
It's Cooper's Hill cheese rolling.
Oh, the cheese rolling.
Yes.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
I've seen the cheese. It's just when they roll that big thing down the hill, right?
Yeah.
That's
and
crazy.
They're competing against each other, but you can eat the cheese when you're once you're down the hill.
Oh,
I don't think you can eat it while you're rolling it because that lightens it up, and it puts a divot in it, and it can mess up your roll.
Yeah.
But cheese rolling, I'm all in.
And by the way, if you've never seen it, it's this massive hill. They take a big block of cheese and they roll it down the hill. And then everybody runs down, and it's super dangerous. It's a steep. People eat it. It is fantastic. You know what? That's a sport I think we can all get
It's
behind.
a 9-pound wheel of double Gloucester cheese. It's rolled down a steep hill, followed by participants racing after it. Because everybody wants their piece of double Gloucester cheese.
It is about 500 feet straight down a hill.
So is there drinking involved?
Of course there is. It's England.
Naturally.
I was getting ready to say.
Is there
Getting
drinking
into a
involved?
sport that has no drinking.
Yeah. Somebody thought of this way back in the day. Somebody thought, Jimmy, know what you should do? Roll the cheese down, and whoever gets it gets to eat it.
Ah, yes.
And then away they go. So it is super dangerous, though. I like it.
It looks like people have broken limbs.
Oh yeah, there's been injuries due to the steepness of the uneven surface
Right.
of Cooper's Hill. There's usually several injuries each year. St. John's Ambulance have previously provided first aid. A competitor from Canada won the 2023 despite finishing unconscious. She learned about her victory in the medical enclosure. 6 competitors were taken to the hospital by ambulance following that event. So there you go, kids. I like it.
I'd watch that.
I would. Bell knows sports.
That's way to go, Brother Bilal.
Ken, you sent us a picture. What animal is on you?
That's a little jumping spider.
Look at that. Jumped right on you.
Yeah, my wife and I were sitting out back yesterday enjoying the nice weather, and all of a sudden she says, "There's a spider on your shoulder." And so I looked over and I put my hand out, and he or she jumped on my hand. Cute little fella. Or gal. I can't figure it out. But here's the thing. Here's interesting about this jumping spider. Is most of it is black with some white markings on its back.
Yeah.
But where its fangs are, it's like neon green.
Ooh,
I mean, it's a beautiful little creature.
I like that.
Now I got to protect it from all the wasp.
That's right.
And me.
And Bell.
Hey, Brother Bilal.
So-
Wouldn't hurt my little spider.
Now, would you name it?
Not yet. I got to figure out if it's male or female.
Don't
Maybe I
name
should
it.
just give it
Don't
just
name
an
it. 'Cause
even name.
when
Call
I
it
kill it,
Leslie.
you're going to be hurt.
Listen.
Tracy, Leslie, Pat, something like that. Pat the spider.
Little
Michael.
fella.
Michael the spider.
Just FYI, they're doing the cheese rolling on the 25th. So if you're not doing anything Memorial Day, look it up on YouTube and watch.
Now's your time. Go get yourself ready. Start stretching now. That's what we're saying. Coming up, hour number 2 of said program. Happy Monday. It's the Chad Benson Show. Serbatov 99.
One o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Multiple school districts across the state responding today after bomb threats or swatting calls triggered lockdowns. We're talking about campuses in Franklin, Rutherford County, Nashville, and West Tennessee as a precaution. State officials say the calls are believed to be false, but students were kept inside classrooms during searches. Law enforcement continues to clear some campuses one by one. With more than a dozen Americans who were on board the cruise ship at the center of the hantavirus outbreak back in the U.S., President Trump says he's hopeful it's going to be contained.
I hope it's fine. All I can do is everything that a president can do, which is actually somewhat limited. But it seems like it is not easy to spread.
Dr. Brendan Jackson with the CDC says this type of hantavirus can only be spread human to human when someone shows symptoms and when there's close personal contact.
Typically, we're talking about exposure specifically to bodily fluids, and then that could include things like saliva. So if you're sharing eating utensils, kissing, touching, those type of things. It can also mean just being really, really close to that person for a fairly long period of time. So we're calling that 6 feet for at least a cumulative number of 15 minutes.
President Trump says he does not accept the response from the Iranians regarding the one-page memorandum that the White House has proposed to end the war in Iran. At the White House today for a separate event regarding maternal health, President Trump criticized the response he says he got from Iran, indicated to reporters the U.S. is poised to restart hostilities. ABC News White House correspondent Karen Travers has the latest.
Reiterating his position that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon, President Trump on Monday signaled pessimism about the current state of the ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran, telling reporters,
It's unbelievably weak. I would call it the weakest right now. After reading that piece of garbage they sent us, I didn't even finish reading it. They said, I'm not going to waste my time reading it.
The president went on to say the ceasefire is on, quote, massive life support, but he insists he's not under any pressure to make a deal to end the conflict. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
Right now in Nashville, a Metro Council bill aimed at easing Nashville's child care shortage is moving closer to becoming law. The proposal would allow more daycares in residential and multifamily areas while cutting red tape that providers say cause long delays. City officials say wait lists can stretch more than a year for some families. Supporters believe increasing the number of child cares will help lower costs. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Panic! Panic!
By the way, I know what that spider's called now. So, it is the bold spider. Somebody sent us that. Did you see it? Looked kind of neat. It's the bold spider. That's what the jumping spider is because it's got them green fangs. You could name it the Hulk. Dr. Banner. Oh, that's a good one for him. So, just simple and easy. Because if you guys don't know, Ken got attacked, but not really, by a jumping spider. And we were worried, does it have the hantavirus? It does not carry the hantavirus at all, which is good to hear. It is just a little old spider. Because people panic. You know what's funny is we watched like the hantavirus stuff and last week the UFO stuff. I was laughing about this. You know, apparently this week there's going to be more stuff brought out about the UFO stuff. And maybe by Friday. But do you remember the stories you've ever heard about what took place with Orson Welles? And the War of the Worlds.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, War of the Worlds, it's interesting. So, this is how it started.
The Columbia Broadcasting System and its affiliated stations present Orson Welles and the Mercury Theater on the air in The War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. Ladies and gentlemen, the director of the Mercury Theater and star of these broadcasts, Orson Welles.
So, we didn't have social media. We're coming out of the Depression. Life wasn't great. It wasn't, Hitler had just annexed Austria, getting ready to go to war, heightened tension everywhere. And they do the War of the Worlds. People do panic. People go to churches. People do all kinds of stuff. Was it millions? No, but it was enough that it scared people. But you got to think about this. You're listening to some music or something. You flip over and you hear that the military has been, evaporated by some sort of laser beam. You would panic.
Have they ever described or given any kind of an idea of how many people that broadcast had the potential to reach?
Well, it was most of the country.
So it was
a nationwide broadcast.
That was a Clear Channel AM, or they had?
Yeah, that was back in the only. Yeah, it was an AM.
Okay.
So, but it was. They announced even at commercial breaks, like, look, if we're being overrun by aliens and they're zapping us, we're probably not going to go, we'll be right back after these,
after these messages
from our sponsor.
And you're not going to get warnings that it's a play and some things may be unsuitable for young children.
No. So it was, but I could see how people would panic. If you think about, because they're not as cool as us. No, their information was limited to what they had newspapers, they had radio, they had movies. That's it.
That was it, man.
There was a general assumption by the populace that Mars was populated.
Yes, totally. And when you listen to them...
And since we couldn't get to Mars, they assumed they couldn't get to us.
Never assume that. If they want us, they'll get to us. If they're here, they're probably going to eat us. That's why they're coming here. Right? They're not coming here because they want to be pals. They're coming here to eat us.
We love you.
Mm-hmm.
To serve man.
Especially with ketchup.
Yeah, ketchup. But when you listen to, first of all, I love Orson Welles. His voice, by the way, if you don't know, just listen to it for a little bit.
We know now that in the early years...
And you're like, are you thinking what I'm thinking, Pinky? Because that's actually that they modeled Pinky from Pinky and the Brain from. But it was a full play live. They went to people on the streets. They made it seem real.
We know now that in the early years of the 20th century, this world was being watched closely by intelligences greater than man's, and yet as mortal as his own. We know now that as human beings busied themselves about their various concerns, they were scrutinized and studied, perhaps almost as narrowly as a man with a microscope might scrutinize the transient creatures that swarm and multiply in a drop of water. With infinite complacence, people went to and fro over the earth about their little affairs, serene in the assurance of their dominion over this small, spinning fragment of solar driftwood, which by chance or design, man has inherited out of the dark mystery of time and
right? Like, that's just awesome.
I mean, that is foreboding.
Yeah, when you listen to it, it is foreboding. And then, he goes on and they bring in people that are part of the play.
On this particular evening, October 30th, the Crosley service estimated that 32 million people were listening in on radios.
For the next 24 hours, not much change in temperature. A slight atmospheric disturbance of undetermined origin is reported over Nova Scotia, causing a low-pressure area to move down rather rapidly over the northeastern states.
It's a full play. And people panicked. I could see why. If you didn't hear that it was from the Westinghouse Company and Little Jimmy Cigarettes for the best cigarettes on the playground.
Don't even need a match.
So I could see how you could panic, and I could see here how it would be easy to get people panicked. This is what we always talk about. Is it there? It could be something out there. Is it the reaction of people? I think it's the reaction of people. Because when they come here, they're eating us.
It's like we were discussing last week. The biggest fear that anyone ever has is of the unknown.
The unknown. That's right. The unknown. Absolutely. People are scared of the unknown. They're scared of the little things like we were just talking about, Ken, we know what it's called, by the way, your spider.
Oh, yeah?
It's the bold jumping spider.
The little bold jumping spider.
Yes, because he's got green fangs, you can call him Dr. Banner, maybe?
He's supposed to be able to carry a brick.
Yeah.
See if it can.
Well, in case any woodpeckers come around.
Just in case. But people are terrified of spiders, right? Like we get these these like unhinged fears of certain things. And like people seeing you with that spider, they make, oh God, oh God. I can see why it freaks people out. And I could see how this could freak people out. The UFOs, I could see how they could freak people out. Partially because the worry is, let's just say they're not UFOs. Well, if they're not our stuff, then they're somebody else's stuff. And if we can't replicate somebody else's stuff, we're in a lot of trouble. Would you rather it be the Chinese or would you rather it be aliens? That's a good one, right? That is a good one.
What year did that air?
39? 38?
So who was our main rival during that time?
Europe was just starting to get ready for war. He'd already annexed, Hitler had risen. He'd annexed, if I'm correct, he'd annexed Austria at the time, and he was getting ready. I think he might have even invaded Poland. So I think the World War II was just taking off. We didn't have a rival, per se, but the war was brewing.
But it's not a situation where people would have been like, oh, if it's not an alien, it must be Hitler stuff.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not like the Cold War where you thought, oh, it's got to be the commies, right? It's not the Soviets, the commies. Commies, no. So yeah, I understand. I was thinking today, we should redo that. We should redo we should do a modern version, shortened obviously, of H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds.
How many people would we need?
I'll put it together. Let me see. We got enough.
We can all do different voices.
Oh, yeah. Got to do different voices. You got to be the guy that reads the thing. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Westinghouse.
Well,
I don't know about this, fellas.
we can't do a woman's voice.
Sure we can.
Oh, God. Look at us.
Lady, why aren't you in the kitchen making a sandwich?
Aliens don't want me to make sandwiches. It's got to be female aliens, right? Because who else is going to make sandwiches in the future? Oh, we are the sandwiches? Wouldn't that suck if they're going to eat us?
It really would.
Good God, that would be awful.
Like toss us in a big crock pot?
Oh,
cook
that'd
us
be
for
the
like
worst.
8 hours?
That would be the worst. What if they do have a big crock pot? And they're like, oh, you guys smell America? I smell human. Or they put us in a zoo. They put us in the zoo. What's that? What's his name? The McFarlane's got that like Star Trek show. I forget what it's called.
Oh, the Orville.
Yeah, where they get taken to what looks like a bedroom, and it's a zoo. They're part of a zoo. They're humans.
Oh, there's just a bedroom in the cage?
It's a bedroom, and it's like they look like they're in this glass thing, and there's a bedroom and a front and a living room, and it's just people are looking at them, and he's like, "Who are you? Let me out!" And they're like, "You idiot! You're in a zoo." We don't want that, do we? Orson Welles was awesome. He had some issues.
Did he?
Oh, yeah.
Almost became Darth Vader.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. That voice, man. How amazing was that voice? And then he got chased out of Hollywood.
The only reason George didn't hire him is because he thought his voice would be too recognizable.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That voice was so amazing. And then it became Pinky in the brain. It became the brain. Dolph. God, that's so going to take over the world. Just what a great voice. But I think we should redo it. I think it'd be awesome. I do.
I think we ought to start with a run on toilet paper.
Yes, of course. Next thing you know, we're here at Costco. People are running in and out of toilet paper. So much toilet paper. We're not quite sure what the aliens are going to do with it.
We have checked all the major suppliers around the country, and we understand that every grocery or otherwise retail outlet is running low on toilet paper.
It's so true. There's a respiratory infection happening right now. It's called the hantavirus. Everybody must get themselves toilet paper, even though you won't have to go to the bathroom like that uncontrollably, apparently. Oh, Lord. That is... Welcome to the wacky world we live in. Yeah, I know Tom Cruise made the War of the Worlds movie. That was interesting.
That was
movie.
with Spielberg.
Uh-huh. I can't wait to see Disclosure. That comes out. Is that what it's called? The Disclosure? Alien Disclosure?
Disclosure Day.
Disclosure Day. Well, I'm sure the Sci-Fi Channel's done it as Alien Disclosure. They've already got a movie out called Shark Thrash, which was the movie that came out by Netflix was called Thrash. Now they got a movie called Shark Thrash. What's it about?
Shark Thrash.
A hurricane coming on shore and bringing with it sharks. What's the sci-fi movie about? A hurricane coming on, bringing sharks. They're not even trying anymore. So be prepared for the aliens, kids. Be prepared for the aliens. But the War of the World, that was, who else has done it? Because wasn't Keanu Reeves in a War of the Worlds one too?
No, he was in the remake of the, what was it? Klaatu the Robot. I can't remember the damn name. It's one of the most famous, one of the most novel.
Is it, God, I know. I'm trying to think of that. What was it? It's a battle, right? It's the war of something, or somebody's got to know it. That was a weird movie too.
Somebody knows it.
Somebody knows what's going on.
Come on.
So now you're going to be the guy that does hey, everybody.
I don't know about this,
The day the
fellas.
earth stood still.
The day the earth stood still. That's right.
And I can be the news reporter, too.
Yeah.
We're
Live
getting
here, everybody.
disturbing reports from Middle America right now. We are running out of toilet paper
And
faster
people-
than we can fill the shelves.
That's right.
Or,
And thousands upon thousands of people are sitting around wondering if they've got the hantavirus.
and to make matters worse, plumbers across the nation have walked off the job.
That's right. Oh, that's right.
So everybody's backed up.
It's so true. What are we going to do?
Was there a functional reason they talked like that?
I have no idea. I think they probably went to some sort of weird broadcasting school.
Yeah, you had to be dramatic.
Yeah. You remember Gary Owens? Hey, it's me. Gary Owens, when you went to broadcast school, they tried to teach you to sound like Gary Owens.
Wasn't he on Laugh-In?
Yeah, he was on Laugh-In.
Did he sound like that?
No, he had the big deep voice. Hey, and he put his hand by his ear. Hey, everybody, it's me, Gary Owens, one of those.
Oh, he put the hand over his ear. I
Yes.
worked with a guy who did that.
Oh, did you?
Cracked me up.
Everclear used him as part of the intro for AM radio. The song AM radio.
But it's I don't know what that was about. If you like back in the day, hey everybody, it's me, and you had to have the broadcast voice.
Yeah, he would cover his, like, a song would be ending, he'd flip the mic on, he'd cover his ear, and he'd say, okay, weather time right now is, he'd get really down low like this.
Yeah.
Give the weather forecast.
That's so bizarre. I'm like, and they never sounded like that off the. You're like, what's
not
wrong
off
with
the
you?
air.
Can't you just sound normal? This is normal. No, it's not. Nobody sounds like that. If you want to sound like this, Chad, you have to drink 12 bottles of scotch a day and 1,600 cigarettes.
And why are you covering your ear?
Yes. That was weird, too.
Because it makes me sound better.
Because I got to hear myself in 3D Technicolor, Chad.
You know, there was a Twilight Zone kind of about the War of the Worlds where there was it turned out to be a false alarm.
Oh.
But apparently Russia had released all of their nuclear missiles, and there was a report that no, it wasn't a false alarm. It was practice for like total annihilation. And these neighbors, they're all having a birthday party whenever the reports start coming in. By the end of the episode, they're at each other's throats.
That's right, because one guy has
He's got a shelter.
He's got a shelter.
Right.
He's got a shelter, and everybody wants to get into it. So they're all willing to try to threaten him or bargain with him to try to get into the shelter that they made fun of.
Yeah. And then afterwards they say, so can we still be friends?
No.
Not after you threaten my life.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys all need to put your house up for sale or get your own shelter. I don't want to be your friends anymore. No, thank you. All right. Coming up. A lot of stuff still to get to. More on the hantavirus. Well, should we worry about that? Should you freak out about it? Is it time to freak out about that? Got some of your text messages as well. If you're missing the show, we always say, shame on you. Grab the podcast. Check out your Super Talk 99.7. Relief Factor, you want relief? I know you do. You want to feel good? I know you do. That's why Relief Factor, naturally formulated, right? It is not addictive. You take it every single day. And if you're worried about being in pain, don't be. So I played soccer a lot of my life. And I'm not just talking about a little bit of soccer here and there. I'm talking, I played it. That's what I did for a living when I was younger. And my legs beat up. But guess what? I'm not in pain. I don't feel bad. I feel great thanks to Relief Factor. Yeah, there's some aches and pains in your life, especially as you get older. Relief Factor is going to help you. That fights inflammation from the inside out, and it is incredible. My listeners have been taking it for years, and they love it. You will as well. If you're sick and tired of being in pain, get out of pain with Relief Factor. Try a 3-week quick start now for $19.95. So less than $20. 3-week quick start. They're going to lose money on it, but you're going to feel the difference. You're going to walk better. You're going to feel better. You're going to have more energy. It's Relief Factor. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 800-4-RELIEF. 800 the number 4 relief for Relief Factor. All right, guys. When your home needs comfort, you can count on who? The best around. The pros at Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Right now, take advantage. Special financing, new HVAC systems with up to 12 months, no payment, no interest, no prepayment penalty on and approvals. Well, they vary by credit. But here's a sweet deal. So let's say you go and you do one of those. You're going to get a free Yeti Tundra 45 cooler with an install of a 17-SEER or higher high-efficiency HVAC unit. And if you want healthy air, they got you covered. The Healthy Hive exclusive gives you an electronic air cleaner, whole home UV system, regularly $2,800 now, $2,299 installed. Plus, Busy Bee's going to handle all of the rebates. So the TVA rebates, you think about it, $800 back on mini split systems, $500 to $800 on heat pump systems, and even $50 rebate on AC tune-ups. And if you need plumbing help, save $300 on whole home drained repipes, $500 on water distribution repipes. You name it, they do it all. Call Busy Bee today, 615-775-7833, or visit them online at busybeehvac.com.
A series of bomb threats disrupting the school day for thousands of Tennessee students today. We've got that story and more coming up at 1:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Oh, Lordy, Lordy. So, a lot of people excited about the about us doing the War of the Worlds. And Ken, apparently that is the, was it Mid-Atlantic accent? That's what they did back in the day?
That is?
Hey, everybody, it's me.
Ah, yes.
It's an odd. And then you needed to be dramatic. You couldn't be.
You had to be very dramatic.
Because it was very serious.
Very disturbing reports coming from Middle America.
Could you imagine if you went to, somehow you went back in time, and I couldn't stop laughing at them. Hey, everybody, it's me talking in front of a microphone. Yes. Want to take me serious? I can't, sir. I'm sorry. In the future, we don't do this. And I also wear shorts and T-shirt to work. What? Shorts? Show your knees? What's wrong with you, scallywag?
Show your knees.
You, sir, a scallywag.
Wearing shorts in the workplace?
It's funny to watch or look at some of those old pictures, and the women are in full body swimsuits.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Full body swims. Like we were like, oh God, oh no. Full body swimsuits, and if they wore even a one piece and their legs were shown, they could get tickets.
Oh yes.
Yep.
You can't do that.
Good. And we're, I mean,
look at that gal's leg.
Oh my Lord, I can see almost her upper thigh. Oh, Johnny, tell me, I'm shaking. So angry. You're like, dude, wait till you get to the future.
You haven't seen
Let me tell you
anything
about a
yet.
thong.
That's right.
Let me tell you about downtown Nashville
That's
at the
it.
Mumbrian and the I-40.
There's a show that was out for a while called Girls Gone Wild. Wait till you see this. That's not very.
Jean shorts. Nobody ever heard of jeans.
Yeah, they're called jorts. You're going to love them. So, I think we're going to be totally doing this now. It's going to happen. I got to write it so we can produce it. It'll be awesome. Because we like doing that stuff.
Yeah, I definitely want to be. I do want to be the scared fella too.
Oh, of course.
I don't know about this, fellas.
Absolutely. From the aliens coming here.
I said maybe I should do it like, I don't know, fellas.
We could cut it up and just do it like a segment a day.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And it'll be similar-ish, but not 100%. Because we're going to give it a modern twist to it. Just a modern twist.
The aliens have come to Earth to eat something, but it's sandwiches, so we have to make the women make the sandwiches.
Get a load of that guy. He's sitting like a hot hamburger.
It is so funny. Like, you could say back in the day, oh, yeah, women wear short skirts and guys wear jeans to work or shorts. Shorts. Oh, my God, women in short skirts. Hold on a second while I have a drink and light a smoke.
We got to look up 40s slang.
Yeah.
Was it the 40s or the 30s where they talk?
30s and 40s when they talk like this.
Yeah.
Because I do my urban word on my national show where I give you like the hip word of the day from the kids. 40 slang must be awesome.
It's got to be.
I saw a video on YouTube that had it was a compilation of photos from Nashville in 1930. And so many people are out in the streets in the sweltering sun wearing suits.
Oh, yeah.
Full suits.
That's just.
Yeah, you had to get dressed up.
Yeah, the only people that you would see that were in denim were guys in overalls because they were farmers.
That's the cat's pajamas. I swear.
That's the bell's meow. Here's some stuff back in the day. Let's see here. Armored heifer, canned milk. You and I'd be a chrome domer. What's that? Bald person. Hen fruit. Those are eggs. Soda jerk. Stompers. Hey, look at you wearing those new stompers you got there, eh?
That's the real McCoy.
Moxie. You got a lot of moxie.
Up to snuff.
Raz my berries. Well, I say that nowadays and I end up going to jail. So let's not do that. So look at all these.
Well, remember, back in the day, you could drink Coke with cocaine in it, and heroin was supposed to be good for the circular system.
Yeah, but the next thing you know, we're banning kratom here. Oh, this one, guys. Check this one. Hey, look at that girl over there. Look at that dame over there. She's got a classy chassis. I mean, she's got a good bod.
She's got a classy chassis.
Classy chassis?
That guy's cracked.
This is awesome. Clams. Give me some clams. How much clams you got? $3. You cash your whole paycheck?
That probably would be a whole paycheck back then.
Back in the day, I make $1.25 an hour. Holy moly, sir. I got a 6-bedroom, 7-bath house.
And that was enough for me.
And it can be yours for $250.
That's right.
Oh, that's the bee's knees.
That is the bee's knees, friends.
I swear.
I love that. Moxie lettuce. Oh, money was often called clams and lettuce.
Yeah.
So that is crazy. What is this? Amici to make a phone call. Named after Don Amici, who played Alexander Graham Bell.
Say, Eddie, this joint's the bee's knees tonight.
That's right.
Real ritzy.
Very ritzy. Look at that girl over. Look at that dame over there. She's got Moxie and a classy chassis. I'm going to use classy chassis. We're bringing that one back. Because it's one of those ones where nobody knows what you're talking about, so you can get away with it.
That was before the heat sniffed around. Now I'm on the skids, and the rent's overdue.
I'm on the skids. The heat. Oh, lordy, lordy.
Oh, this is fun.
This is better than talking about
Yes.
war. Absolutely.
Yes.
What's all the hullabaloo? So, I like the hullabaloo. Hey, everybody. And it's cool, too, because you go back and, 22 skidoo. 22 skidoo. You go look at them, and that was back in the day when they pulled their pants all the way up to the nipples.
Yeah.
I have a 30-inch leg, but don't worry, I've got 36-inch pants because I'm going to have to put my arms through the pockets.
She's a real Sheba, all right, but I ain't in the mood. This score's got me in hot water.
Oh, I like that. There we go. We're doing it. Oh, how about drop a dime? Very much so. Dime? That would be like, you couldn't even drop a dime. It was like, I don't even know what it cost back then.
Dime bag?
No, always did the drugs. Every day with him. This is the problem with you.
Back then, man, the reefer killed you back
Yeah,
then.
did you see Reefer Madness? Crazy
you
going on.
killed
Crazy,
me.
everybody. Crazy. Oh, speaking of crazy, we got crazy stuff coming up. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about it. Probably not. But maybe a little. Smidge. We'll have some fun with that. You guys can yell at me about how wrong we are about everything. But don't worry, it's on life support, you see? It's not going to make it. It's on life support, you see? If I was at the White House, I would totally dress up like that every day and go in and just ask questions. Hey, Mr. President, sir, let me ask you a question. What do you think of these hot dames? Do you think she's got a classy chassis? It's the Jet Fest Show, Super Talk 97.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. And a series of bomb threats disrupted the school day for thousands of Tennessee students today. Lockdowns reported at schools in Williamson, Rutherford, Davidson, and Madison counties. Officials say the incident's likely part of a coordinated hoax targeting schools statewide. Police stress that every threat is treated as real until proven otherwise. When more than a dozen Americans who were on board the cruise ship at the center of a hantavirus outbreak back in the U.S., President Trump says he's hopeful the virus will be contained. When asked about whether it was a misstep for the U.S. to withdraw from the World Health Organization, the president said no. And he made claims about the World Health Organization's response during the COVID pandemic.
They gave us all wrong information. On COVID, they were totally wrong. And I looked today and I saw the same doctor that was there. He's a good politician. I don't know how the hell he kept his job, but he was there telling us about this.
President Trump criticized the response he says he got from Iran. Tells reporters the U.S. is poised to restart hostilities. The president also says he's contemplating waiving the gas tax.
Yeah, I'm going to reduce until the... Let me tell you, as soon as this is over with Iran, as soon as it's over, you're going to see gasoline and oil drop like a rock.
So without a gas tax, the national average for a gallon of regular could get reduced to around $4.29 per gallon. Nashville leaders taking another step to address the city's child care shortage. Metro Council advanced a bill that would reduce zoning restrictions, speed up approvals for daycare centers with the hope that more daycares will mean lower prices. A final vote is expected soon. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Beacon Capital Management. Go to beaconcm.com or call 615-488-9303 to get your free personalized financial consultation. So you're in retirement, or maybe you're heading to retirement. You want to get yourself sorted out. That's where Beacon comes in. So you're thinking to yourself, all right, where do we start? How about first and foremost, income planning? Predictable income, you want that. Maximize Social Security, they can do that. Longevity planning, they can handle all of those things for you. Investment side of stuff, right? Active money management, diverse portfolio, risk mitigation strategies, they got that. Taxes, because that's a thing still. Yes, that's right. They've got all of those things ready for you. Then you start talking about legacy, estate. You don't want you don't want to be in a situation where you see all of a sudden everybody comes in and tries to take what you work so hard for. No, they can help you with estate planning, trust, wills, POAs, life insurance, potential probate avoidance. They can help you with that. Healthcare planning, Medicare planning, long-term care options, health options, coverage gaps, you name it, they can do it all at Beacon. Find out how they can help you with one of these or all of these by simply calling Beacon today, 615-488-9303. Get your free personalized financial consultation. That's 615-488-9303. Online at beaconcm.com. For Beacon Capital Management, this is the paid placement. Dana. Oh, good times. Love the. We should do a whole show like we're in the 30s.
Yes. That'd be fun, man.
That would be. Why not? Again, it beats.
It beats what's really going on.
No doubt. But, Chad, the war. A war we shouldn't be in. That's it.
And I should play a time traveler who comes back in time, because in the future, women don't have to make sandwiches if you ask them to, but in the past, they do.
So are you going back
in time
for the old-timey stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. I can see how you could do that.
When you tell your woman to cook a meal, she's like, yes, sir.
Now it's time for Sexism with Belle.
Not sexism, it's misogyny.
Oh.
It's not.
Just. Nobody's making me a sandwich, you see? You think they talk like that in real life? Like around their friends? Hey, Jimmy, what's going on?
That's what I wonder. I mean, because you're always hearing that accent in the context of like a newsreel or something like that.
God, that would be so bizarre. I had a buddy, so when I was in England, his name was Simon Vigar. Simon's awesome.
That's a great name.
Simon Vigar, he talked like this. He used to ride around on a Vespa, but his voice was like this. And he was like 20, and he always had a pipe and a scarf. I'm like, what the hell's...
That's awesome.
It was spectacular.
Was he a dandy?
He was, he came from, okay, so private school, So, like, public school is the super rich schools. They call it public school. And he was very much a public school guy. And his name was Simon Viger. Everybody, it's me, Simon Viger. We talk sports. You want to talk sports with me, Simon Viger? Sure.
Absolutely.
Like, what's wrong with you, dude? And he talked like that for real. He was always practicing that voice. And I was practicing cartoon voices, so it was kind of weird. Hey, can I have a drink, sir? I'd like a pint of ale.
A pint of ale.
Yes, yes, indeed. A pint of ale would be very nice. Any news on the has the hantavirus escaped anywhere?
Hantavirus is still contained as best we know.
Oh, okay. Whew. Thank goodness. That's good. Good God, I would be. It's been contained in Nebraska, the state where we can kind of do without Nebraska.
Nebraska and apparently CDC headquarters in Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta. Oh, my goodness me. That's not too far away. Somebody could get here. Lickety split.
Just don't lick them.
Don't trying to catch this. I used to bet when the Ebola virus, people freaked out. The Ebola virus is here. Oh, I got him. I'm like, look, if I said I would bet you right now, my paychecks, that you couldn't catch the Ebola virus, because you couldn't. You couldn't. You'd have to go somewhere there is the Ebola virus, but here in America, you couldn't. And it's even hard to catch it there. And it's the same thing with this. It's, we're monitoring. We're going to pay attention. It's going to be okay. We think everybody should be fine. Listen to President Trump. He just give you just this, you're like, I totally believe that guy.
They gave us all wrong information on COVID. They were totally wrong. And I looked today and I saw the same doctor that was there. He's a good politician. I don't know how the hell he kept his job, but he was there telling us about this.
There you go.
Is he talking about Gabriesis?
I think so. God only knows who he's talking about. You look at that. I don't know who was there. Somebody. I thought we fired him. The Chinese, they gave us that one when somebody ate a pangolin. What'd you have to eat to get this? Nothing.
Bat poop.
Bat poop, rat poop, cat poop. Don't eat that. Can't get a hantavirus from that, right? Nope.
Oh, man.
Just the deer mouse, but not if you are out looking at birds. I still want to know how somebody got it.
I'm telling you, man, they put their hand in some rodent poop and wiped their face unknowingly. Like they put their hand down to steady themselves to get a good shot of a bird.
Okay.
And they didn't know that they put it down in some rat poop. And then maybe something on their face itched and they scratched their face or something.
And then people were confined. So you have to be with them for a long period of time, and you're
in little places,
and you've got to kiss them, eat off their blood. You've got to really spend time with them.
Yeah,
this isn't like when you walk by somebody in the fear of COVID,
right?
And again, we go back to the fear of the unknown because nobody really knew, right? At first, we're just trying to figure it all out.
Yeah,
because if this hantavirus did get airborne, it kills 30 to 40% of the people that. That's massive.
Yeah, that's serious.
Yes, but you have to make an effort if you really wanted to get sick. And it's not going to happen. And the hantavirus we have here is, it's deadly, but it's not like this one. And this one is very rare. And because it's so deadly, it's much harder to catch. So I'm not worried about it. I know a lot of people are because we hear the word virus and we think, oh, we're going to go back indoors.
Dude, this is terrifying some people.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, there are some people out there, they are terrified of this.
Some people always need something to be afraid of, though.
Yeah, I think, but there are people, there's still people out there that, have you ever seen the wacky people for COVID, they're still doing COVID stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're like, what are you worried about? It's get out and live your life. You know what? When you stay in your house like that, you're going to have a chance. You got to at least get around some people. I'm not saying all the time.
Break out the masks.
Mm-hmm. It's weird when I see people with masks now. Back when COVID first started and you'd see one or two people with masks, you would think they probably have a compromised immune system.
Yeah.
Maybe they have cancer, they're going through treatments. And now when you see people, you're like, even if I see a video and it's new and I'm like, is there an outbreak somewhere?
Yeah.
Of COVID? No, the hantavirus. So, Yeah, it is not. I think we're all right. I think we're good. Just don't go to Argentina and birdwatch and then get on a boat that was going somewhere.
And I appreciate what they're doing, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, you might as well, you want to use precaution.
And you got to come out, and part of it is steadying the people.
Yes.
Because like you said, there are people that are generally terrified of
They
this.
are, man.
Because we have that in our brain. We have the fight or flight. Most people have the flight, which is they hear some rustling in the bushes. It's a predator.
Somebody's going to get me.
Something or somebody's going to get me. It's the fear of the unknown. And so next thing you know, they hear the word hantavirus, West Nile. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I remember whenever that first came on the scene.
That was a big deal because you could get it by a mosquito could bite you.
Yeah, I remember whenever it first came out, we would count cases just like we did for COVID.
Yeah.
Today, West Nile virus cases up 5.
And then a few people died from them, but
Yeah, I mean, it can get you.
of course, anything can.
That's the thing.
Anything.
Anything can.
I mean, there are people that die every year from the flu. Most of them are old or they've compromised immune system, very, very young. But there are still some healthy people that get it, it goes sideways, turns to pneumonia, they die.
Yeah.
It happens. But the hantavirus is not that. It isn't. So if you're thinking that it's coming to an end, you've got nothing to worry about.
Well, it's the bird's way of telling people to stop looking at us.
Mad cow. Oh.
Mad cow.
So I was in England when mad cow was a big deal.
Yeah.
And when I came home, we had a family friend, and he was really sick. He had to have a liver transplant. And I said, I'll do it because it grows back. We'll be fine. I was young and super healthy, young. They wouldn't let me because I was in England at the time of mad cow.
Interesting.
And because of that, and because the incubation period, I think, could be like a decade, they would not allow me to do anything. They wouldn't allow me to give blood or anything, which was awful. But
Are you still banned from giving blood?
no, I could do that now. But that was, because I've been back long enough. But that was, and mad cow, by the way, is awful because the cows are super mad. They're angry at everything. Just walk around just cussing all day.
Well, it kills them, right?
Yeah. It makes them go nuts.
Yeah.
Like they jump around. It's like a rabid animal.
Yeah.
And
it's sad, actually, to watch.
It is because you're watching an animal that is it's lost its mind. It's like, it's so tough to watch.
It's kind of like what is it that hits the deer population every year?
Oh, where it turns them into zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
That's all awful. So, but again, but that became a big deal because it was undercooked beef and certain things like that. And it was a small time. But when I was over there, oh my God, was it insane. The fear, like the Europeans wouldn't take any meat from England because they thought, it's going to kill everybody. And it wasn't. But there was this big deal of you could have it. And then you think, and it's this weird thing where, like, what do you mean I could have it? Well, anybody could have it. It's like, okay, so anybody could have it. When we don't have a test for it. So it could be a decade before you find out, which is weird. But the chances of you getting it were slim to none, but it was a big story because just like shark attacks and plane crashes and things of that nature, our mind goes to that doom side of stuff because it doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah.
Like if mad cow was everywhere all the time, having another mad cow thing. I mean, after a while, we stopped paying attention to all the COVID crap. Everybody did. We're like, it's here. We can't get rid of it. We're just going to have to live with it. So we'll move on with our lives.
And everybody knew what the comorbidities were.
Mm-hmm.
You knew if you were in a risk group.
Yes. But yeah, the problem is rather than go, all right, we're going to have to learn to live with this thing and we're going to have to worry to maneuver around it. We need to protect the people that are at high risk.
Yes, sir.
And let everybody else live their life. Because the quicker it spreads, the quicker it gets through everything, the quicker that it does that, the quicker we're going to burn herd immunity. And the other big mistake they made was they called it a vaccine. We think of polio as a vaccine. We think the flu is the shot. You may get the flu, but it's going to be mitigated. It's not going to be as bad. And they messed up because they made it seem like if you took the shot,
Yeah, they were saying you won't get it.
You won't get it, which was a lie.
That's not
Oh,
true.
even on Jody Behar was saying that on the View.
Yeah, everybody
if
was.
you get it, you don't transmit it. Yes, you do, you dumb idiot.
Yeah, but it was so much. Like, I was sitting here the other day thinking about, could you imagine what the Spanish flu would have been like? Because if you guys don't think that the Spanish flu, there was battles, there were violent battles over mask wearing and shutting down things with the Spanish flu in America, but globally, because people were thinking the same thing. Could you imagine what it would have been like if there was social media back then?
And that killed 50 million people. Was that internationally or just in
That
the
was
US?
international.
Okay.
Yeah. It really started in Kansas. But Spain was the only place at the time that had open, like they weren't crushing down on all of their media. And so that's why it somehow became the Spanish flu.
Interesting.
It looks like it started on a base potentially here in Kansas. Ooh, patient zero. All right, coming up. So much stuff that we haven't even got to today, but we're going to get to it because that's who we are. Got some of your text messages as well. And we will talk a little bit about Iran because I got some of your text messages there. And by the way, some of you people talking about when I see somebody with a mask on, I just think liberal.
Well, no, that's turned into.
It is true.
It's turned into that thing because anytime you see a car that's covered in bumper stickers,
Oh, you know who
think
that is.
liberal, and it's getting that way with the masks now.
I love the comic that's like, are you wearing a mask because you're sick or you just want to tell everybody who you voted for?
To this day, the best bumper sticker I've ever seen was "Look out for the idiot behind me."
That's a great bumper sticker right there. Oh, Lord. I love that. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99. Oh, kids, Bulwark Capital is ready for you to join them live for their webinar happening 21st this month, Thursday, 5:30 our time. It is an impact of energy webinar. They're going to show you what kind of impact energy has, not just on the commodities market, but across all markets across the globe and how it can drag markets up and down. It's going to be awesome. My buddy Zach leads it, and they're going to show you what they're all about at Bulwark. Lower risk, lower cost, lower volatility. How can they help you when it comes to investments in things like energy and what potentially could go wrong if you're on the wrong side of some of this stuff? They're going to show you what they're all about. They're going to show you about how they can protect your retirement and in your investments. It's free. It's called The Impact of Energy. It's happening the 21st of this month, 5:30 our time. Sign up today. It's absolutely free. Go to knowyourriskpodcast.com. That's knowyourriskpodcast.com. Takes about 30 to 45 minutes. Simple and easy. I think you'll get a lot out of it. That's the worst case scenarios. Best case scenarios, just sit down and talk to them afterwards. Sign up today at knowyourriskpodcast.com. Investment advisor, served out through Trek Financial LLC and SEC registered investment advisor. Investment fall risk, not a guarantee. Past performance, not guarantee future results. Trek 2695.
Tennessee law enforcement spending much of the day responding to bomb threats. We'll let you know about that and more coming up at 2 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
It's good to see somebody else out there who went through the mad cow as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Keith said, I also couldn't give blood. I was stationed in Europe during the mad cow stuff. I said, it's crazy. So crazy. By the way, the ick for deer or chronic waste disease.
Yeah, chronic waste disease.
Oh, God, it is.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It is.
They're insane.
And
well,
then,
I guess they're zombies. Like, is that what they are? Like they're dead, but their bodies are still working?
yeah, kind of
Now,
like
if
zombies.
If they were zombies, Daryl Dixon would be around taking them out.
Well, no, but I think what they are is they're not so much dead as that they're almost in a walking coma,
Yeah,
which is a good name for a band.
that is a good name.
Walking coma. I like that. But yeah, all these animals have some weird thing with them. Animals, you know who you are. This is the problem. Don't eat a pangolin.
And don't look at birds, especially in Argentina.
Don't look at birds. Could you imagine going, where are you going? Argentina. What are you guys going to do, man? Argentina's nice. You're going to hang out in Buenos Aires, see the pretty girls, go to a couple soccer games, go to have some tapas. We're going to go bird watching. Weirdo.
You know
You
what?
deserve whatever it is you got.
That actually sounds like something that I would do, though. I would go look at birds.
Yeah, but I want to look at cool birds, right? I want to go, yeah, but you would go fishing there. That's different.
I'd go fishing and look at birds, but I'm not going to now.
No.
I'm going to stick to the cities in Argentina.
That's right. That's what you're supposed to do. It's what God wants. It's what the Lord wants with you right there. I'll tell you that right now. All right, guys, coming up, hour number 3. This Monday, it's flying by. Yeah, we'll talk a little Iran. We'll talk about Trump. Normally I wouldn't, but this is so insane. The golden statue. What? Oh, where do you hear that?
Right.
It's so insane. It's insane. Crazy ass people. You know who you are. Chad Benzo, Super Talk 99.7.
Two o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast in 5 minutes. Tennessee law enforcement spending much of the day responding to bomb threats made against multiple high schools. Campuses in Franklin, Smyrna, Laverne, Antioch, and Jackson were among those placed on lockdown. Authorities say no credible threats have been confirmed. No one's been hurt. Tennessee Department of Safety says investigations are ongoing. President Trump says that latest peace offer from Iran is, quote, stupid.
It's a very simple plan. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon, and they won't have a nuclear weapon, and they didn't want to go that far. If you can believe it, they didn't. How stupid? Are they stupid people? They didn't want to believe it. They think that, well, I'll get tired of this, or I'll get bored, or I'll have some pressure, but there's no pressure. There's no pressure at all. We're going to have a complete victory. We've already, in theory, had a complete victory from the military standpoint.
Now, Karen Travers says this comes just days before Trump goes to China.
White House officials say the president will be going and will be trying to put pressure on China because of their economic and diplomatic relationship with Tehran. China is the largest purchaser of Iranian oil, so look for the president to be using that as leverage to try to get China to put pressure on Iran to make a deal.
17 Americans and 1 British citizen that lives in the U.S. who were aboard an Atlantic cruise ship struck by hantavirus are back in the United States. ABC's Jim Ryan says 16 of the former passengers of the MV Hondius are in quarantine at the University of Nebraska Medical Center.
That includes 1 in a biocontainment unit, a bubble. The other 2 were taken to Atlanta's Emory University for further assessment and care. Dr. Brendan Jackson of the CDC says those testing negative and showing no symptoms might soon be able to go home.
We want to do this in the least restrictive way possible that is still safe, that protects the health and safety of both the passengers and their communities.
For everyone who was aboard the Hondius, the next 42 days will be spent carefully watching for symptoms of hantavirus. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
Here in Nashville, Metro Council's cleared a major hurdle for a plan to expand child care options. A bill advancing this week would ease zoning and parking rules, making it easier for daycare centers to open. The thinking is the more daycare centers there are, the lower the costs. City leaders say Nashville's short nearly 3,000 child care spots as the population grows. New polling indicates young people are less hopeful about their job prospects.
Young people are less optimistic about finding a job than older Americans are, according to a new Gallup poll. 43% of those surveyed between the ages of 18 and 34 say it's a good time to find a job. That marks a 27% decline from 2023, similar to feelings expressed in the lead up to the financial crisis of 2009. When researchers asked those over 55, 64% reported optimism about the job market. Mike Dubusky, ABC News.
That's the latest news. Weather is next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
What is that, party people? Happy Monday. We were the talk of a lot of the Sunday shows this weekend. Tennessee and what we did. Yeah. Because, you know, we went and we kind of like redistricts, gerrymandered, remandered, put them both together, trying to figure out how that's going to work. But a lot of states are, you know, they're doing everything they can to fix it. California's like, hold our Chardonnay and heroin. Let me show you what we can do. You guys want this? We're gonna turn it into a 59-0 or whatever ridiculous thing they said. And I'm like, my God, this is what we're at now. This is what we're at. So look, no matter what takes place now, moving forward, it is going to be a situation where the courts will decide eventually whether or not, even if you had the right to do it. So remember last week, Virginia didn't do it correctly. Where it wasn't so much how they drew something, they didn't do it correctly on the way to it. We might have done it correctly, but did we draw it in a way that they'll say, no, this is wrong, this is right, you're playing games. We're going to find that out in court, like everything. So it's hard to get angry over something when you don't know what the outcome is actually going to be as far as these things go, because the courts have played a bigger and bigger role in so many ways. And they continue to play a huge role in what is going on in our politics, because we are at a point now where everything is being challenged. Doesn't matter what it is. If they want to pass something when it comes to a crosswalk somewhere, somebody could challenge it for something, and it's going to be decided by the courts, which is very sad when you think about us and you know, the way that we've gone about doing things. And it's about citizens being politicians, you know, running our lives. We're at the point now where Congress, who's supposed to be the representative of the people, which in many cases isn't, but they've kind of just allowed the executive branch and the judicial branch to kind of run everything, because they don't want to put their names on anything. They don't want to vote on anything. They don't want to be held accountable potentially down the road if something was to go a little squirrely. They want no part of that. Which is, you know, that's not what they're there for. It isn't. So we're going to find out what they're going to do about it. Like, look at Trump, right? Love Trump, hate Trump, whatever. How many of his things, when you go and look and go, okay, well, they've done that. They've done none of it. Right? Outside of the one big, beautiful bill, they haven't codified any of the things that he has done. They've codified none of them. They haven't put anything into play long term. It has just been via the pen. And the pen can be undone, as we saw. We saw that once Trump got in, he undid what Obama did the first time. Once Biden got in, he undid what Trump did. Once Trump got in, he undid what Biden did. Until you codify it. And the same thing goes for a lot of different, you know, whether it's the state level all the way up to the federal side of stuff. So it's the courts, though. The courts will be the deciders of where we go. But it was interesting to watch everybody this weekend debate, you know, how evil we are, how bad we are, even today on The View.
So you know what I think Democrats need to do? They need to go to New York and get those extra seats. They need to redistrict. They need to redistrict in a couple of states, in New Jersey, Illinois, Maryland. Redistrict. Get your 10 to 20 seats, and then we will get the oversight that we do need, because the Republicans are not playing fair, and now it's time to meet them where they are.
Where are they? I would love it if we had a system. Again, it's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect. You're going to have some areas that are going to be blue, some areas that are going to be red, no matter how you try to draw it up, where you hope it's a, hey, what have you done for me lately? Why aren't you trying and working hard? It's never going to be perfect. But is there a better way to do things? Yeah, of course. But right now, the system is fixed. They like the system the way it is. Being broke is fine. They're okay with that because they can draw it up here. And if you're in a different state where you're like, I don't want that to happen, boom. And they're going to continue to do this because they can't, until the people, you and I and Bell and everybody else, and Ken say, we've had enough, and we vote in a way where we do everything we can to go, okay, we're sick and tired of this. We need a federal law where this insanity can't happen anymore. Matt and I were talking about it the other day. Because whenever I hear them talk about this, even on the weekends, both sides of the aisle, they're only talking about how it affects them, positive or negative. They never talk about what it's going to do for the people. Ever. And once the people are so bought into whatever politics that they're selling you, why would you even try to do anything at all to fix the system? Why would you? If I know I have you, I don't have to sell you again, right? Sell you once every 2 years, sell you once every 4 years. That's all I got to do. That's it. Period. Case closed. Meanwhile, Trump earlier today, Iran.
A lot of people said, well, does he have a plan? Yeah, of course they do have the best plan ever. I mean, Iran has been defeated militarily, totally. They have a little left. They probably built up during this period of time. We'll knock that out in about a day. But I have a plan. You know, it is a very simple plan. I don't know why you don't say it like it is. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon.
Okay, Iran can have a nuclear weapon. Were they trying to get? Yes.
That sounds more like an end goal than a plan.
Yeah. And Iran cannot have a nuclear. Were they trying to get it? Yes, they were. According to who? Not our intelligence, by the way. Our intelligence said last year, no, they weren't trying, and they haven't been trying for a while. And they weren't of any threat to get. Oh, that's a lie. So if you don't believe our intelligence, who do you believe? Do you believe Bibi? Is that who are we supposed to believe? Trump continues. Bibi's like, oh my goodness me.
For the time being, the ceasefire remains in place.
You know, it's unbelievably weak, I would say. I would call it the weakest right now. After reading that piece of garbage they sent us, I didn't even finish reading it. I said, I'm not going to waste my time reading it. I would say it's one of the weakest right now. It's on life support. They understand these are all medical people. Dr. Oz, life support is not a good thing. Do you agree?
Bad prognostic.
I would say the ceasefire is on massive life support, where the doctor walks in and says, sir, your loved one has approximately a 1% chance of living. Yeah.
Mr. President.
Daniel, go ahead.
A 1% chance of living. So does this mean we're going to war? More war? Or excuse me, does this mean we're going to have more of an excursion / quagmire? Does it mean we're going in there? Are boots on the ground going to happen? I'm trying to figure out where they're going with all of this, because the way it sounds like we're getting ready to ramp this thing up again. And you got to start asking yourself, because a lot of you are out there, it's like, we need to do this. Okay, so what's the level that we should get into this thing? Should we commit 50, 100,000 troops? Trillions of dollars and maybe a few years to this to eventually have God knows what at the end of it? Or should we have listened to our people, not Bibi Netanyahu, who's got his own agenda, as we know? Should we have listened to our people that said they weren't trying to get one? They weren't efforting to get one. And so we've got to decide if that's something we want. Do we want to think maybe they weren't? Who are we negotiating with? That's the other thing. We're negotiating with a younger group that's more radicalized, and understand that they're built to withstand a lot of pain. Think about this. They live in an economy that has been sanctioned to death. So they've learned to live in an economy where they have had to do without. Even though inflation's up, they, according again to our people, CIA, National Intelligence, they have several months in them that they can withstand. And they've still got military. So do we look for an off-ramp? Or do we say, no, we got to finish this thing? And how much should America commit? I know Bibi wants us to get in there because he talked about it this weekend on 60 Minutes, because that's what Bibi does. He was on 60 Minutes talking about, maybe we should get into this a little bit more. Maybe we should. We're not finished yet.
I think it accomplished a great deal, but it's not over because there's still nuclear material, enriched uranium that has to be taken out of Iran. There's still enrichment sites that have to be dismantled. There's still proxies that Iran supports. There are ballistic missiles that they still want to produce. Now, we've degraded a lot of it, but all of that is still there, and there's work to be done.
Work to be done. Work to be done. Somebody said, Chad, quote the program. So the U.S. intelligence assessment and congressional testimony last year, the consensus has been Iran was not actively building a nuclear weapon despite maintaining high levels of enrichment. Fox, a few days ago, U.S. intel community agreed before war Iran wasn't developing a nuclear weapon. So there you go. But if you don't believe it because you hate Iran and the goal is to, whatever Trump does, follow in kind because it matters and we've got to follow them 100%, that's on you. But why have an intelligence agency if we're not going to listen to them? Remember, Tulsi Gabbard got up in front of Congress, said they aren't efforting to get a new nuclear weapon. They haven't been efforting to get a nuclear weapon. And so now we have to decide, if we don't believe them, then why have them? Get rid of them. We'll start all over again. Build something new. But they weren't the only ones. Israel wanted this. Israel wants us to be in this fight. And he's made that clear that they're not quite done. And what are we going to do? Are we going to have to go in there?
How do you envision the highly enriched uranium will be removed from Iran?
You go in and you take it out.
With what? Special forces from Israel? Special forces from the United States?
Well, I'm not going to talk about military means, but what President Trump has said to me, I want to go in there. And I think it can be done physically. That's not the problem. If you have an agreement and you go in and you take it out, why not? That's the best way.
What if there isn't an agreement? Can it be taken out by force?
Well, you're going to ask me these questions. I'm going to dodge them because I'm not going to talk about our military possibilities, plans, or anything of the kind.
And I'm just trying to get at how long is it going to take to achieve that aim?
I'm not going to give a timetable to it, but I'm going to say that's a terrifically important mission.
Okay. So I guess this is just going to be one of those things where won't there be boots on the ground? Because we're probably not going to bomb them into submission. So is it Israel? Are you putting boots on the ground? Or do you want us to do all that? Are we going to do all of this again? And you have to ask the question, what is it about the Israeli government that they can get our governments to do this? What is it about that? We'll find out. All right, coming up, the hantavirus. It's out there. It's in Nebraska. We had to pick a state, Nebraska, we're sorry, that we could sacrifice. You think the people will be zombies? Is that what happens?
Aren't we just putting a wall up around it?
Is that what we're doing? Finally building a wall?
Around Nebraska?
Around poor Nebraska. Oh, Lord. Talk a little bit about that. Should you be worried? How much toilet paper do you need for the hantavirus? Is it a lot? Is it a little? We're going to find that out
I think it's a lot.
It might be a lot. Yeah.
Might be more than you needed for COVID.
That's right. Is it 2-ply? We're going to need to know all of these things so you guys can shop accordingly.
2-ply.
3-ply. You need 3-ply.
And some of the hand sanitizers. Which the best to fight? Yes, kids, the best to fight hantavirus. Talk about that straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Talk 997. Omaha Steaks, delicious, amazing, incredible. Right now, $99.99 for the best steaks around. Yes, but how about this? The Burger Perfection Pack, which is incredible. You're going to get 20 burgers, right? Like we're talking about top sirloin, brisket, New York strip. We're talking about filet mignon, just to name a few. But then they're going to throw in 8 free Wagyu smash burgers that are second to none. Grilling season's here. It's 100% bite for bite, unconditional money back guarantee. You're not happy, you get your money back. You're going to be more than happy. These things are incredible, and they're grill ready. You don't have to worry about them falling apart. Easy to flip, and it's that time of the year. Weather's beautiful, right? It's time to get out there and enjoy that and start doing the barbecue in the right way with the Burger Perfection Pack from our friends at Omaha Steaks. Go to omahasteaks.com right now. Get the Burger Perfection Pack, $99.99. Top of that, save $35 off at checkout when you use my code Benson. That's omahasteaks.com, code Benson, omahasteaks.com, code Benson. See site for detailed terms may apply.
Several Tennessee schools placed on lockdown today following a wave of bomb threats. We'll tell you about that and other top stories coming up at 2:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Hantavirus. It's out there. Could it get you? Let's talk about the Andes variant. This is what we were thinking was some sort of bird variant that was out there. If you were bird watching, this could have gotten you.
We even had an Andes case imported into the United States around 2018 into Delaware, and there was some concern that that might lead to other cases. Contact tracing occurred. No secondary cases occurred around that Delaware patient. So we do have a lot of information, and there's nothing that tells us that this virus is behaving any differently than it has in the past or any differently than we would expect based on its biology.
Really? Really? Then why is everybody freaking out? Because they're worried it's going to get out. And it's slowly going to infect nobody. Because people who get this and who get really sick from this, they don't go out into the public because you're so sick. It's respiratory. And they don't have any kind of cure. They don't even have any treatments. They have one treatment for a few of the older, as they call them, old world viruses. As far as the new world viruses, they don't have a lot of treatments for those. It's kind of throw a bunch of things against the wall, see what sticks. That's kind of it. Now, can you get it? How easy is it? Like, do you have to be right next to somebody? Is it you just walk by somebody and like, oh my God, what happens?
Typically, we're talking about exposure specifically to bodily fluids, and then that could include things like saliva. So if you're sharing eating utensils, kissing, touching, those type of things. It can also mean just being really, really close to that person for a fairly long period of time. So we're calling that 6 feet for at least a cumulative number of 15 minutes.
All right, cumulative number, 15 minutes. So you're going to have to really work to get this. But it's interesting, like watching people today freak out about this. And it's like the front page of everything. CNN, Drudge Report, Yahoo, Huffington Post, New York Post. It doesn't matter. Showing the person in the thing that you would think the Ebola virus would be in, right? Kevin Spacey and the Ebola virus. Pushing it in the big tube just in case. Oh, my God. This could be it. You're not going to catch it. You don't know anybody in Nebraska that's got it. And we've contact traced everybody we know. I don't know anybody that's been on a stupid bird watching trip in Argentina. And if I did, I wouldn't be your friend anymore.
Hey, let me tell you about my bird watching trip. How about not?
Yeah, that's horrible. Have you ever been bird watching? No.
Me either.
No. I haven't. I was at a park fishing when I was a kid, and this nerd ran by me, right? He looked like he was straight out of Central Casting. He had like all khaki outfit with one of those ranger hats on. He had all these binoculars, and his dorky granola-eating wife was running behind him. He's like, look, there's a hornbill snipper snapper or whatever. I'm like, dude, I'm bass fishing. Get away from me.
A hornbill snipper snapper.
I don't know what it was. He was so excited, though. I was like, I wish I was that excited about something in my life.
Yeah, they wear those like safari hats and vests.
Well, you never know at any given time when there could be somebody who comes up and asks you a question. But I'm fishing, and he's standing next to me. I'm like, dude, I'm like 16, so automatically I'm kind of a dick. So, and he's trying to talk to me about some bird that I don't even care about.
The hornbill snipper.
I don't think it's a real bird. You don't know. I think it's a hornbill. It's got to be a hornbill something or other.
I love the outfits, though, man.
Oh, the outfits are great.
And the vest has a lot of pockets.
Oh, absolutely. Because you never know, again, when you might have to take, I don't know.
Might have to put something in a pocket.
Like rat poop. Save it for later. Put it on my cupcakes. Show everybody how tough I am.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but they do like to dress up, don't they? We got to do that. We got to do that. We should totally do that one day. Just dress up like we're going on a safari. Just totally go on a safari somewhere. We could do it down Broadway. To Richard Attenborough. Today we're looking for loose women and drunk men.
I wonder if we'll find them.
Yes, it could be over here, I say. web-footed red-crested lake loon. Is that real?
Probably.
Whoa. Birds aren't real. We know birds aren't real. So birds aren't real bird watching. That's good times right there. I love the web-footed red-crested lake loon.
Better look out for them.
That's it. Better look out, everybody. Yeah.
Ah, look out. That's the red-crested lake loon.
That's so awesome. The outfits are speaking. We need more of those. They look like, they look like the crocodile hunter.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's no crocodiles around.
No. Yeah, you get you one of those hats that keeps the sun off of you, and maybe even a little mosquito net around your face.
That's the ones, too, the guys who wear the hats, and they got this on the back of their hats, they got those flaps that go down.
Yes.
Like,
to keep stuff off your neck.
Yes, just in case. The horn-billed flipper flapper will come and attack me at any given time when it sees a snipper snapper. There we go. See, it's a good time right there.
It's all about the outfit, man.
It is. It is. Part of the fun is the outfit. I don't care about what bird we see. What is that? That's a seagull. I've never seen one of those. Flying rats, they carry disease. Pigeons are gross, too. So, but the horn-billed snipper snapper, watch out for those. You see one, make sure you kill it and catch it. They, by the way, they love it when you hunt. No. Coming up, more fun stuff on the way. Got some of your text messages. We'll also find out some funny bird names as we try to survive the outbreak of the hantavirus. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Drivers, we've got stuff in the right lane. It's debris in the right lane of 24 eastbound over on the East Loop. Right there at Spring Street, Ellington Parkway. It looks like it's slowing down both directions. Probably got some rubbernecking going on. B&A, you got a crash, 40 eastbound before Briley Parkway. And then in Antioch, a stalled vehicle partially blocking the off-ramp, 24 eastbound to Haywood Lane. Several Tennessee schools placed on lockdown today following a wave of bomb threats reported across the state. Schools affected included Franklin and Page High Schools in Williamson County, along with Smyrna, Laverne, Holloway High Schools in Rutherford County, Antioch High School, Northwest High School in Clarksville. Authorities say the threats appear to be hoaxes or swatting calls, but each report being investigated fully. No injuries or suspicious devices have been found. President Trump says the latest peace officer from Iran is unacceptable, and he says the ceasefire is on life support.
I would say the ceasefire is on massive life support, where the doctor walks in and says, sir, your loved one has approximately a 1% chance of living.
More than a dozen Americans who were on board the cruise ship at the center of the hantavirus outbreak are back in the U.S. Health services with the health officials, that is, with the CDC and Health and Human Services say 16 passengers are in Nebraska, 2 are in Atlanta. The American who tested positive is in a biocontainment unit at the University of Nebraska, and the rest who are in Nebraska haven't shown symptoms so far. The 2 who are in Atlanta, health officials say, will be at Emory University. One of them is showing symptoms. That's the latest news. Weather is next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
The Wellness Institute of Nashville. My doctor should be your doctor. Go to paintisbad.com. Call 615-246-5009. The epic specials going on now. $33 off each visit. And we're talking about no surgery, no injections, okay? None of the painkillers or any of that stuff. This is about getting you feeling better, getting your back to a better position than it's been in a long time. We're talking about sciatic issues, slipping and bulging discs. We're talking about things of that nature that you're worried about. This is non-surgical spinal decompression, and right now, Dr. Mitchell's done it again. He's got this futuristic healing machine, okay? It's going to massage your body. And while you're doing that, it's going to have full-body lasers using red light, including near-infrared. It also adds stem cell stimulation for tissue regeneration and uses photons of wavelengths for the ultimate in healing. Dr. Mitchell's amazing. Get yourself back to a place where you're feeling great, feeling healthy again. Do it with my friends at the Wellness Institute of Nashville. The Epic Spinal Special, $33 off each visit. Sign up today. Go to painisbad.com. Call 615-246-5009. 246-5009 for the Wellness Institute of Nashville. All right, guys. I've got the best bird names around. Are you ready for this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Satanic Nightjar.
Well, you don't want to run into something like that.
No, it is a medium-sized bird. It's a brown bird from Sulawesi. Starting to name it because it sounds like a repetitive blop, blop. So they said it's the heart tearing of a demon is what the locals say. Wandering albatross. Whew. While the name sounds poetic, it's remarkably literal. These birds spend almost their entire lives in flight, sometimes covering 10,000 miles before they touch ground.
Goodness.
Man, that's a wandering thing, I'll tell you that. How about the spangled drongo? The spangled drongo has feathers that are very, 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 very much spangly. So the drongo is a slow-witted person or a loser, making the bird a favorite for puns. Oh, so if you're a drongo, you're an idiot. Good eye there. The Hari redpoll. The rough-faced shag.
The rough-faced shag.
Yeah, sometimes I have one of those. The blue-footed booby.
Are these real?
These are real. The great bustard. And the noisy PETA. Just a few of the names that make it go, what? So now you've got other ones that are hilarious. The go-away bird is actually named for its alarm call. Go away, is what it sounds like. A shmew is a small diving duck.
That reminds me of that cartoon back when we were kids. Remember the new Shmoo?
Oh, that's right.
It was a little marshmallow going around getting people out of jams.
That's right, the shmoo.
Yeah, he was a little marshmallow, I think.
The Goffin's cockatoo sounds like a minor character in a Sherlock Holmes story. The dick sissel. You better watch out for that one. What's wrong with you, sir? I was looking at a dick sizzle. I bet you were. Named after its song, which sounds like it's repeating its own name. The Tufted Titmouse.
Oh, yeah, I love the little tufted titmouse.
Oh, man, they're so tough, too. You better watch them.
And they're cute.
That's right.
Little fellas.
They sit around, too, and they say, oh, God, look, it's a bell. It's a headless bell. They're bird watching you. They're human watching. It's a headless bell.
This is just an excuse to use dirty words.
This is a... Maybe.
I was ready to say, man, that last one.
The dick sizzle? You can't say anything bad about it because it's a real thing. I didn't make it up. That's a real thing.
Oh,
Everybody
man.
knows about the dick sizzle.
Ah.
That's so awesome. Oh, goodness. So everybody's...
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, the Tufted Titmouse probably wins the day, though.
Little tufted titmouse.
It is. Very strong, by the way. He's got a really bad attitude. Really? I don't know. They're little. I'm always amazed at how light birds are.
That little dick sizzle's a cute little bird.
Yeah, right?
Look at that little fella.
Hey, Satan's Nightjar, which sounds like a great band name.
Satan's.
That is Lucifer's Feathers. That is...
Oh, man. I wonder if those dick sizzles live in Tennessee.
No, I don't think. I wonder what the weirdest one in Tennessee is. Does anybody listening happen to... It's okay, we're not going to make much fun of you. To be a person who studies birds, who goes out watching birds. Because I would like to, because we're thinking about doing it. Everybody wants us to, there's apparently a dress up like a safari day.
The dick sizzle does live in Tennessee.
Well, look at that. We could say that name. And yes, there is some dirty connotation because people
said
go
it
there.
already.
Yeah, but you made it sound like we were saying dirty names as if we came up with the names for the dick sizzle. Or the flying chaunch.
No, I'm just saying you use it.
Oh, my gosh.
Here comes the flying chaunch. Here comes the horn-billed hoo-ha. Oh, Lord. That is wrong, guys. You guys are so wrong. Oh, that is just... But you can't get any of the horrible disease of the hantavirus from any of these animals unless you're out looking at them in the Andes and you happen to put mouse poop in your mouth. Right? So.
Well, they do have some pretty weird rituals down there.
They do. See here, Murphy's face.
This is incredible.
What?
All right, I got to try to find this.
What
so
is it?
apparently, under behavior for the dick sizzle, they are highly vocal with a loud buzzing song that sounds like dick, dick, sisa, sisa.
Dick, dick, sisa, sisa.
I gotta find that on YouTube.
That is spectacular. We got to go catch some of these guys. It's what we do here. It's who we are. It's what we're about. We care about nature. I don't know about you guys. We care about nature. It's what we do. We don't want you to go out and get the hantavirus.
Oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna find it.
Really? Of course.
See if this is.
So, there's a lot of these crazy.
Got to get past the GLP-1 commercial.
Of course.
Come on.
So,
all right, let's see here.
So many of those. Are you just giving up about working out? Thought about giving yourself a shot? After this commercial, you can listen to the Dick Sizzle song. Before that, let's talk about not being chunky anymore.
Well, for some reason, it's not. Let's see. There it goes. That doesn't sound like that.
Dick Sizzle! Dick Sizzle! Listen to it. Dick Sizzle! Dick Sizzle!
Well, that's a whole bunch of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I like to hang out by ponds.
Do they? And so you can find them here, right?
Yeah, they're mostly in West Tennessee, it says.
Okay.
And they're a beautiful little bird. They got yellow and red and black and gray. Ah, pretty little bird.
How did somebody come up with that name that sounds nothing like what they were tweeting?
Exactly. Like, who comes up with the name?
Richard Sizzle did.
Clearly a bunch of old perverts back in the day were discovering these birds and going, I'm going to name it something offensive.
Oh.
My wife is going to find this funny whenever she looks up my YouTube. It's going to have the Dick Cecil Bird song.
Totally.
Oh, what are you doing?
Oh, my God. Somebody said, I would love to be able to read the text line while you all talk of this Dick Sizzle talk. That's right. Look, here's the deal. We care about nature. We're trying to learn on a daily basis about nature. Every day, we're learning a little something.
Trying to figure out which of these birds transfers the hantavirus.
Exactly.
Well, what it does is it seduces you to come to the Andes so you can then get, because they work in conjunction with one another, the little deer mouse and the Andes bird. Let's see here. What kind of birds are in the Andes?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Like, we got to take a look at that.
I wonder if they have any little tufted titmouse.
So, a blue-footed booby, the northern spoonbill, the titmouse, the red cockaded woodpecker, the white-breasted... This cannot be real. No, I'm talking about that one.
It can't be, man.
So, no, some of those are real, but some of them aren't.
Oh, man.
So, there's no way this could be real. Like, this one may be the greatest of all, and I'm thinking there's no way this is real. I'm serious. I'm like, I've been looking it up just to double check so I didn't get in trouble that we were talking about ornithology on the radio. And they're going to be like, the FCC. Oh, my God, it's real. You guys ready for it?
Yes.
The white-breasted nuthatch.
I'm so juvenile.
I am too. Well, we could be talking about war, but this is more entertaining. And look, you're learning stuff about this. Oh, my God.
Oh,
so,
man.
That's insane, though. So, yeah, those are some of the things that you can,
It sure is.
Oh, my God, they have a Merlin Bird ID app, which I'll be downloading a little bit later.
Oh, goodness.
So that's like that. So, have you ever downloaded the Sky app?
No.
On your phone? So you download, like, the stars, and then at night you turn your camera on and you point, or you go to their thing.
Oh, yeah.
So you could do the same thing with birds now.
Awesome.
So that way we know it.
And pills.
And pills, that's right, because you don't want to take, because the one pill can kill.
Yes.
But they can't tell you if it's got fentanyl in it. That's the problem with that.
These little white-breasted nuthatches can crawl along the side of a tree. Like, they don't have to land on a branch.
Oh, my Lord.
They're like a woodpecker.
That is crazy. That is insane.
What a cute little bird.
So,
I want one.
Would you ever have a bird?
Absolutely, I would. I used to have one. Well, I kept growing up, we had a couple of parakeets, Bonnie and Clyde. And then this buddy of mine, he and his wife were going on a vacation somewhere for a while, and I kept their cockatiel.
Oh, cool.
For a while. And then remember, years later, I told you they had kept that cockatiel in their freezer.
Okay, see,
and they showed it to me.
By the way, that is not recommended when you purchase one of those birds as a pet.
No, sir. I thought that's strange.
Did you teach it dirty words while you were babysitting?
No, it couldn't talk. But
he could talk. He just didn't want to.
Yeah, he just didn't want to. He'd just sit on my chest, and every now and then he'd put his beak in my beard, and just kind of, I guess, look for insects.
I don't know if I don't know if I'm excited or this is disgusting. The fact that you want to go into my beard to find out their snacks.
What is this cockatiel doing?
Did he find any?
No, he didn't.
So my buddy has one of those like macaws or whatever.
Oh yeah.
He got it when he was in high school. He's in his 60s now and he still has it.
They live long.
Yeah, they can live 50 to 80 years.
And they'll take your finger off, too, if you're not careful.
Let's not do that. Let's not.
If I'm thinking correctly.
Yeah. They're neat, but no, I don't want that. I'm just going to go with my capybaras.
Beretta had a cockatiel, didn't he?
Yeah, is that what he had?
That was a cockatoo.
Cockatoo.
Yeah.
I would like a raven or a crow.
Ooh, a raven. Yeah. Now, you can teach them to talk.
Teach them to talk, absolutely.
They're very smart.
And they're super smart. And when you do good for things for them, whenever I see a raven, ever I see a crow, If I have snacks, if I have something, I do good things for them because they imprint on you and they'll come by and they'll go, that guy, he was cool to us. Those people are being mean to him. I'm going to go poop on him. Because he's
then
our
I'm
boy.
going to go get him a rat and take it to him.
That's right.
That's nice.
Yeah. He lost his keys. Let me find him for him.
This little white-breasted nuthatch can hang upside down.
Like a bat.
Well, you better be careful of those.
Yeah, you better watch out because that's how that other thing started. Somebody ate a bat somewhere. Or a rat, or a cat, or a pangolin. We're not quite sure. It was something that we do know. All right, coming up.
Oh, man, I needed this today.
Yeah, we need some smiles on our faces. Coming up, Matt's here. Probably a little bit more serious than this. Maybe he'll tell us what his favorite bird is. But I will tell you this. It isn't what was it? The nut what?
The white-breasted nuthatch.
Yeah, or Satan's nightjar. It's the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 98.7.
Weekdays 3 to 7. And streaming on the Super Talk 99.7 WTN app.
Bulwark Capital, they're having their big webinar. It is the 21st of this month. That's a Thursday. It's 5:30 our time. So while most investors are focusing on things like AI, crypto tech, what's going on in energy matters. And energy can drag the market. And up or down, opportunities are bound to make money. It's a free webinar. It's called The Impact of Energy. It is happening Thursday, the 21st, 5:30 our time. Absolutely free. You can register now by going to knowyourriskpodcast.com. Bulwark's going to show you what they're all about. Lower risk, lower cost, lower volatility. How can they get you the most upside potential when it comes to your retirement and investment? Sign up for the Impact of Energy webinar the 21st of this month, 5:30 our time. Go to knowyourriskpodcast.com, knowyourriskpodcast.com. Investment advisory service offered through Trek Financial LLC and SEC registered investment advisor. Investments involve risk, not a guarantee. Past performance, not guarantee future results. Trick 2695. Wrapping it up on this Monday. Awesome. So we were joking about doing War of the Worlds. You did War of the Worlds. You redid it.
We did.
How long did you make it?
It was like an hour.
Okay.
I mean, it's about an hour. We redid it in 2003. It was, I think, the 65th anniversary. Did it on Halloween night, which is when it was broadcast. It was broadcast on, I think, October 30th, the night before Halloween. And, reset it. Did it for a radio station that I worked at in Birmingham. It was fabulous. It was a lot of fun. The hardest part is making it realistic because it's set in so many different places, and so you have to jump around so much. But it was a lot of fun. I still have it somewhere.
Did the audience dig it?
I think that we aired it. I mean, we aired it at the original. We aired it at 7:00 on Halloween night, and I think they got into it. I think they did.
How long did it take you to put it together? Once you cast everybody, put it in, but really, like you and I were talking about, it's the effects.
A month.
Yeah.
It was and you had to get Mercury Theater is actually still around. You still have to get the rights for it, and I think the rights were like $100. So that was no problem. I just asked. I didn't ask permission from the radio company that I worked at the time. I just did it on my own, and then when they asked about it, I said, "Oh yeah, it's public domain. It's fine," because they would have shut it down.
Yes, of
they
course.
would have 100% shut it down.
Because the attorneys would have been like, "You can't do that. We're going to lose." Blah, blah, blah.
see?
Yeah, so
Did
we've
you
been
pay
talking
the,
about that.
the licensing fee yourself?
Yeah, I paid the $100.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Sure, it's all for it. It all goes to a good cause. We're all getting destroyed by aliens. So, the UFO conversation, and I understand that I'm an outlier on this, and I'm not saying that this makes me better than everyone else, although it probably does. The UFO conversation completely bores me. It is tiresome because I don't believe that try to understand the technology that is involved in traveling at the speeds that it would take to get here from other life-sustaining planets. And then understand that at that level of technology, it just bores me. And I don't mean to pour cold water on it. I just think everybody wants to be in a science fiction movie, and we're not in a science fiction movie.
Well,
and I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about everybody.
I get it. I get it. My thing is, I've never thought it was from other places. Although, you know what? What if somebody's been around in 1 billion years from now? If humans are still here, can they go back and forth? How much will their technology have advanced that, if there's somebody else who's 1 billion years old, could they have figured out how to do stuff? But I've always looked at it as more dimensional rather than coming from faraway galaxies. Yeah.
So we're coming from multi-dimensions or something or another?
Yeah.
Well, why would they come to see us?
Well, maybe they just want to see what they seeded, right? Wasn't that the whole thing is what they were talking about last week is they seeded us is the thought process?
My favorite thing that I see going on is that faithful people who are growing up in faith, and I'm not condemning any of this. I'm just observing it, okay? I'm not judging any of this. I'm just observing it. Faithful people who come up with religious faith who also have a tendency to believe in UFOs are now combining the two and saying, well, what we're really talking about are angels.
Or demons. Yes.
Right.
No.
So that we can marry our faith and our desire to believe in visits from extraterrestrial beings.
Correct.
And all of it, and I'm telling you, I'm just such a stick in the mud because I can't get excited about it. I can't get into it. And
there was somebody on the text line last week who did exactly what you just said.
What? That said that
about combining the two. It's like, the extraterrestrials will be angels.
I mean, if there are extraterrestrials on Earth, I might have witnessed it over the weekend because did y'all see that demon get inside of Justin Pearson over the weekend when he was on stage? That was something else. Did you talk about that today? You talk about all the crazy Democrats?
Oh, we talked a little bit about that. We got stuck on bird names, and it was just
talk about how the Virginia Democrats really care about democracy so much they want to destroy the entire democratic system that they claim to support and believe in. Well, we're going to talk about that today.
What else you can talk about?
That mostly, we'll mostly talk about what happened over the weekend. regarding Tennessee, where A.G. Skermetti is on it. He's got some statements out today, might have A.G. Skermetti on about it. And we'll talk about the general freak out about gerrymandering, something that's been going on since the existence of the United States of America.
I know California is saying they're going to try to go 59-0 now.
Yeah, go for that.
So,
good for you. Go for it.
This is what it is. Welcome to Modern Politics. And you know what? Matt's here for the Modern Politics.
Yeah!
We're here for the butt naked monkey breast or whatever that was called.
The butt nutter bird.
The butt nutter bird.
Hey, you can't say that.
We did. And the dick
You can't
thistle.
say that on the radio.
Yes.
Chad.
I didn't. It's a real name, and it's a bird that's here.
You could get in trouble.
It's Dick Thistle's a real bird,
You're
guys.
in trouble.
Later.